Hello. I just, before I put the camera on, I asked myself, well, I applied forgiveness for myself that I was preparing myself in my mind, sort of, unconsciously, that to now, what I was gonna say, what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, I was thinking that I was gonna say, well, I'm not really wanting to talk about philosophical ideas and stuff because I don't feel like I really have that. I'm more into like just talking about me. Sometimes I think maybe that's selfish, but yeah, whatever, comes up, I guess. So now it's like, so then I asked, hey, after I forgave myself, hey, you, can you actually be honest with who you are in the moment? Can you do that? I mean, no, not you. I corrected myself when I said you. I said, can I do that? Can I be honest with myself in the moment as who I am? Just honestly. Just honestly. Just let it come up. It's who I am, right now. It's who I am. Go on. Okay. Is this me? Is this me? Often I do ask myself, is this me now? And then I have to come to the conclusion that no, because I was thinking it. I was asking the question in my mind to myself, is this me? Along with the question came a certain instability, certain uncertainty, a doubt, and then I have to forgive myself for the doubt, of course. I also kind of thought I would say that I'm doing much better now, which I'm not. I mean, if I have to base the much better now on a feeling, then maybe, yeah, the feeling is kind of better. Because I'm feeling very perky right now. I don't know why. I try not to make conclusions. I try not to think, yes, so this is what oneness is. So this is what equality is. Oh, wow, it feels nice. It feels nice. Ooh, now I can, oh, wow. Now I can be myself around my mother and my brother without constantly, like, seeing myself in their presence and how I behave and how I act. Just being myself in the moment, and then I'm like, look at me, being myself. Isn't this great? So this is what it feels like. And then I'm all like happy and stuff. Sort of expressive without well, I guess without thinking what they are thinking yet. Not at all unaware of them actually being there and thinking stuff. Which is unlike... I'm thinking about what I'm going to say now. Anyways, I'll just say it. Which is unlike my previous experience where I just kind of lost it. Well, I don't need to go like this because I lost it. Yes. I was just sitting in the kitchen or whatever. I don't know how it started really, but I kind of went crazy because I think the whole suppression of myself, of like the whole idea that I had, like, oh God, I'm not being myself around people because I'm constantly thinking about what they're thinking of me, and then I'm, like whispering myself forgiveness instead of speaking it out loud, and while I'm whispering, I'm like, God, no, I don't want this. And like that just all compounded in me and built up inside of me, and then I just kind of snapped, and I went from just nothing, or like really to all expressive and like, hey, I'm me, look at me. And I was like, I was all over the place. I didn't know. I was really lost actually, because I was not. In fact, I was kind of treating my mom and my brother as just things that were there. It was like, it was all about me. You know, I was expressive, and I was at that moment just seemingly not caring about what they thought of me, but it was more like, it's not that I didn't care at all anymore, but it was like making a statement like, hey, I don't care about what you think of me. Look at me expressing myself. You know? Just not caring at all. Which was a very fascinating experience for me. Oh yes, very fascinating, because now I can really tell the difference from what is actually an expression that spurs out of oneness and equality, and what is just complete separation, because it did not feel good. I mean, I felt free, kind of childlike freedom, as I was just going about myself as I was going, and just saying whatever I thought and not caring about anything anymore, you know. But at the same time, I was aware of my mother and my brother sitting there, and them just being baffled, and like, hey, we don't recognize you anymore. What are you doing? And you know, if I would have acted out of oneness and equality, I would have probably been all that expressive with a reason. Maybe the reason being, like, I don't know, like Osho in the Dimensions, just a madness show to, like, I don't know, sort of kick them into awareness. But this was not about them, this was about me, in my own mind. So it was not constructive to anything. Just another experience in my process. It's very fascinating. And now, yes, now, it doesn't really matter. I'm still not out of here. I'm still here. And just working on completely deleting the thought of that keeps coming back. Actually, I think it's one of the unconscious thoughts. The thought of the outside world that I guess all people must have. You know, the thought that I guess all people have about, this is my home, that's out there. When I go out there, I must put on my jacket, I must, you know, put on my shawl and must keep very warm because the outside world is very, very cold. And I must always have my purse with me, and there must always be these things, these supplies for me in my purse, so that I can survive at any moment when I am outside of my home. When I'm inside of my home, I'm free, I can relax, I can be comfortable, but outside, oh no, 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 no. I will survive if I am outside of my home for longer than like 2 days or something. You know? If I'm not fully provided for. It's sort of like that. I'm definitely working on it. Okie dokie.